Okay, friends, welcome to Blackberry Ridge. It is September the 2nd, and believe it or not, it is 10:30 in the morning, and it feels almost like dusk out here. Very, very overcast, and the weather right now is kind of, it's not drizzly, but the air kind of just feels wet. It's 58 degrees, and it's September the 2nd at 10:30 in the morning, 58 degrees. As you can see, we're out in the garden area, and I'm trying to see what is going on here. We did have a storm come through here last night, and it has blown a lot of the tomatoes over, and it has blown part of my corn over. I'm going to come out and I'm going to see if I can pull it back up, maybe. But you can see there must have been a wind gust that went this direction, because it is just laying down in this direction here. So there must have been a big wind gust that came from the southeast that swarmed up through here, because that's where the tomatoes are also laying down. These tomatoes over here seem to be still standing up pretty good. So that wind gust, oh, I'm seeing trees that are broken down over here, in that area and through there on the side of the hill. So the wind gust must have come up through this way, because down here, these tomatoes are on the ground. I don't know if you can see that there's, down and through there, there's some trees that are laying down on the ground, right in through there. So it must have come up through here, because like I say, these tomatoes are definitely on the ground. They're full of fruit. I mean, these things are just packed full of fruit that haven't ripened quite yet. So we're probably talking 50 to 100 tomatoes I've got on the ground here. So the gust came up apparently through here and took out that patch of corn right there. Okay, so we'll get that propped up. At least it didn't take everything down. Thank you, Surprise. So at least it didn't take everything down. Well, that's a huge blessing there. Here's some of my concerns right now. I'm still trying to get beds made. What this weather is leading us towards for this winter. 100% off grid, heat with wood, so I need to furiously start working on getting more wood cut. There's some red tomatoes that were down there. The pumpkins have done really well. The one vine, I've got quite a few pumpkins on it, so we'll have that to eat. My acorn squash, that is, and you see the vines are dying back now. My acorn squash, that was not an acorn squash, it was actually a butternut. One vine has put us out quite a bit of the acorn squash. We will leave it on the ground so that it can, for a little bit longer, so that it can harden. Here's more tomatoes that are on the ground here. I have a pumpkin over here that has just come on. As you can see, it is just starting to turn a little bit orange. Because the butternut squash is hidden everywhere. So we will have some pumpkin. Here's some more baby pumpkins. Baby pumpkin's there. Baby pumpkin here. Baby pumpkin up here on the hill. Right there. That's a male blossom. See, there's no bead right here. So that's a male blossom. I think I might pick it. And a couple of the other male blossoms that we have here. And stuff them with maybe some cheese for our lunch. Okay. Oh, my poor corn and lima beans. Like I said, we'll try to get it straightened back up again. I'm just really concerned about what's going to be happening this winter. I mean, this corn has got two, like this one here has got 1, 2, and here is a third ear that was coming out. 3 ears of corn on 1 stalk. So the corn's growing tall and it's producing a lot. I just hope that I can get it to the point to where we can get it to our table. But with the storm that happened last night and the cool temperatures, I think one of the things that is the most disappointing that I have come out to the garden and seen is I had worked so hard on laying out all this cardboard and getting it covered, and then I had to take a couple of days off because we had some big cabbage that was given to us. And I wanted to make sure that they were starting to get a little bit black spots on them, so I wanted to make sure that I got them canned and put up. And like I say, I come out and the storm has just taken all of this cardboard that I have laid down and rearranged it. That's okay. I mean, it's not something that can't be fixed. I mean, we can always get more cardboard. Just back up and punt. See, that's part of being on a homestead, is that you're constantly trying to stay in front of the curve. Constantly trying to make sure that you've got the water that you need for not just today and tomorrow, but for 6 months down. That you've got the jars that you need to can your food in, that you've got the food that can go in it. And for a lot of you, you may be thinking, well, what's the big deal about this? Well, the big deal is that Ambria and I live on like almost nothing. There's one of my corn stalks totally down on the ground. Ambria and I live on like almost nothing. So I go from morning to night, and that's part of homesteading. I'm not complaining, not bragging, just stating a fact. And if we have meat on our table, it's because one of our animals have gone to freezer camp. And so I need to get busy. I need to stop moaning and complaining, I guess. Get the corn picked up. I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do about getting more firewood, because I'm concerned that we're not going to have enough firewood. And this is just one of the realities of being on a homestead. I mean, it's just a reality. All right. So, and the good news, though, is that Ambria went back to the doctor on Friday, which was yesterday. And he says that her foot is doing better. We've been dealing with this now for a year. So we'll just have to see, put it all in God's hands. But I'm just real thrilled that her foot is doing better. And that it's almost totally healed. The hole is about the size of a pencil eraser right now. So that's the good news. Yes. Anyway, that's what's happening right now. That's why I've been busy and I haven't put out a video the last couple days, taking Am to the doctor and trying to get a whole bunch of canning done and get that cabbage canned up. We did get 14 quarts out of those 3 big heads, and I still got a little bit of one of the heads left. So that's all good. Got clusters of tomatoes just hanging on vines. So it'll warm up maybe soon. And the cabbage is liking these cooler weathers. So I'm going to have to see what I can do about getting these bugs off of this cabbage. But it's all going to be good, people. So, oh, looky here. That's a good sign also. That beautiful flower is from my sweet potatoes. So my sweet potatoes are blooming. And that means that under the ground, they're making sweet potatoes for us. Oh, okay. And Swiss chard is... Oh, look, there's a pumpkin hiding in here in the Swiss chard. And that's something... That one vine has just put us out all kinds of pumpkins. But like I say, the Swiss chard, it has done really well for us. Tomatoes are still blooming. So hopefully it'll warm up in the next couple days. And everything will get back on track. Hey, Tick, I hear you, baby. Where are you? Come on, everybody wants to see you. Come on, Tick, baby. Yes, my baby. Yes, my little Tick baby. Here she comes. Look, he's coming up over. Yes, my garden cat. My buddy cat. Say hello, Tick. Say good morning. Yes, he's my baby. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you checking it out? Oh, one last thing I'd like to show you, and then we're going to sign off here, is that we had planted those Asian melons. They have kind of taken over this area here. We have a mess of them that's up in here that are all through here that should be ripening. Pulled 2 of them off that were ripe last night and cut them out for Ambria. Personally, I didn't like them. I didn't like the flavor at all. But Ambria, she took it home with her. She was going to try them with different things over at her house. So, like I say, they're very prolific. And the vine does really well for ground cover. Oh, sorry, Tick. I'm sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to step on your paw. The vine does great for ground cover. But if you don't like what you're growing, then it doesn't matter how good it does with a vine. All right. Y'all take care. God bless America. Pray for our country. It's Vivian Ann on the side of the mountain. God bless y'all.